I did it again on my page. I mentioned religion. Guys. I'm 61. I've lived in California. I've lived in Las Vegas. I've lived in Alabama. I've lived in Utah. Alabama, there's a church on every corner, and they're all Baptist. Why on earth would you need a church on every corner? Why can't we all go to the same church? Why is everybody fighting, right? Utah, my gosh. Some of the nicest people I've ever met. But like with any religion, it can be corrupted. I just watched a show on and I knew all this was going on when I lived there. But some of the most beautiful people I've ever met. Truly, very kind people. Las Vegas. Sin City. Church. Couldn't tell you. My upbringing, my parents claimed to be atheists, but my mother occasionally would pop into a church somewhere. It was always weird. I had a very bad experience with religion very young. I got scolded by someone who didn't know what the hell, you know. I had a lot of weird things happen to me, but like I said, you know, my parents were atheists, and I was going to these churches just, you know, as an oddball all the time anyway, you know. But I did have a beautiful experience at a church camp when I was a teenager, and it was just me and the wilderness, and I've had a few moments in my life where, more than a few, where I knew I wasn't alone. I don't know. I just know what I believe in my heart. You know, I don't believe my higher power, I'll speak for me, would want us hurting each other. You know, you speak of heaven. Well, think about it. If everybody worked together, if we didn't have greed and ego and all this stuff going on, if we all worked together, and we had been all these years, I mean, I believe in a lot of these teachings. If we worked together, we wouldn't be in this situation. Earth would be like heaven. It would be like heaven. Think about it. If we used all the energy we've used like to build the atom bomb and all this other crap that we've done to this planet and to each other, if we'd taken all that energy, we'd be in heaven on earth right now. I'm someone that just went through something that I shouldn't have survived, and I'm still shocked. I'm shocked I'm here, honest to God. And I feel ungrateful because I still cry and freak out, and I'm scared. But I know there's a higher power. And when I see people fight between each other that I know have good hearts, just because of it, I don't know. Like I said, somebody's always got to be right, you know? Somebody's always got to be the boss. And I guess to get there, we got to hurt someone else to get there, or call them evil or whatever else. I go by what I see people do and the way they behave and the feeling I get off of them. I was taught from a young age that God lives in our hearts, and if you enter my space and it feels evil and wicked, or if you're doing things to hurt other people, I don't believe that's God. If you're judging and not, I mean, you know, God made us in all different colors. We live in all different places on the planet, and I mean, I've experienced so many different religions, and I don't want to go into all that. I don't. The people that were reaching out to me when I was in acute, these religious fanatics, I had one of them telling me she was an angel, and I was starting to believe her. You know, I had another one telling me he could feel my pain and that he was going to take it away for me. You know, you have to be careful. It's okay to disagree with each other, you know, but dang, do we really need a church on every corner just to be nice? It's pretty basic. Love one another. Help when you can. Don't covet other people's stuff, you know? Be considerate. Give back to the earth. Don't just be a taker. I mean, really, you know, if you break the Bible down, and I told you again, I'm not a religious person, speaker, or any of this. This is just driving me nuts between my friends. It's very basic. Just be a decent human being. Oh, I'm sorry for the noises I make. I sound angrier than I am. I'm not angry. I'm just sharing my thoughts. I can't believe all the fighting. It makes me sad. I see the beauty in people, and I want to believe in that. I want to help them manifest that person that I see and that I believe in. You know, I don't want to tear people down. What's attractive about that? You know, if we're going to have a heaven on earth, if we're going to ever accomplish heaven at all, how is being mean to each other going to help? I mean, blowing each other up and calling each other names and starving each other out, taking away each other's things. Anyway, Forever Windows Warriors. Sorry, I had some beautiful young boys show up and offer to pray for me at my door, and I didn't study with them. I asked them to please, yes, pray for me, and they messaged me and asked me if there's anything I need them to pray for, and I asked them the same, and I think it's beautiful. How can that be wrong?